Hey everybody, welcome back. We're outside this morning. There's gonna be we've got a chance of rain later. The problem that I'm having, I'll show you the garden, show you what it looks like. We're gonna do a quick update, but I want to show you my garlic. Let's do that first. This is what it looks like. It is May 20th or somewhere around in there, and my garlic is completely laid over. Well, if you've been with me earlier this summer, you saw a rooster. That rooster has now gone to live somewhere else on a farm. And he got into my bed. I've just kind of let it go because I pulled one about a month ago and it looked fine. It was still one big bulb, but I've just left it. Well, now it's just kind of laying over and not looking good. The bed's fine because my other stuff's growing. Look, those are my spaghetti squash plants. They're growing really good, and I put a marigold over here. But that's the way my garlic looks. So I just pulled one, and I believe that he just broke them because the bulb is hard, the roots are good, but the stem is starting to get speckled. So I'm going to pull these today, and we're going to set them out somewhere to dry out a bit. I'll go ahead and use them. I've already started deciding on next year's garden. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go in, get myself ready to come outside, get my hair pulled up, change my clothes, and we're going to work out in the garden today. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, so I went and pulled my hair up because it's just getting so long. It's in my way. Trying to decide what I'm going to do with it, but that's for another day. So this is what, and we come out this morning, I looked out and this is what we found. Something toppled over the one thing we had here, so we just kind of left it there and we'll see if anything blooms back out. Some things we just threw wildflower seeds in there, so not really sure what happened there. But here's our garden. So that's the spaghetti squash. They're doing great. We're gonna pull all of these up and we'll lay them out because I've got a feeling they're getting diseased. Not real sure what's going on with my rosemary, but that's okay, it'll work. That's my lavender. Bought the wrong one. This is your, it smells like citrus, so that's your citrusy lavender. Not really sure what those are. I planted seeds. Can't remember. Just letting them go. Look at my tomato plants though, y'all. Look. That one in the back took him a little while to get going, but he's growing. So I've got 7 tomato plants. Different varieties. That's another, those 2 are spaghetti squash. So is that one. The oregano is doing amazing. So flowers come up in there, but they haven't come up in there. We've had some come up in there. Show you look at my squash plants. So I have 3 squash plants, but this is the kind of squash that it is. I had those from the pantry, so I planted them and they've popped up. Believe that may be squash plant under there. Not real sure what that is. We got to do a little pruning today. A couple more squash plants and zucchini plants. Herb garden, doing great. We got a new pepper. Right there. It's called Fooled You. It is a non-hot jalapeno pepper. So we've got one growing, there's a couple trying. And there's our cucumbers are flowering now. Beans are doing great. Those are all pepper plants. We did lose one, I realized the other day. It's just a stick here now. So we lost that one, and it was one of those. But it's okay because I got another one that's doing great. More peppers. Now, let me show you our Anaheim pepper that we've been watching. Look at him, y'all. Look. He's growing really good. And just to give you a little of how big he is, he's already, as long as he's going to get, and I think he's going to fill out. It's still really hard. Couple more peppers. But look, we have beans. Our bush beans are filling in really good. We've got all kind of beans growing. And then I did plant some more basil that we got at the farmer's market the other day. Because y'all know I already stripped down my basil plant. Got a couple of open pockets there, just leaving those. So, this, at first I thought was a carrot, but I believe that's dill, because it looks like that. But look at my one carrot seed I planted. I think I might have more than one carrot in there, but we're going to see if we can't grow a carrot in here. If we can, carrot grows. I already have plans for next year, so we're going to go from there. But let me finish showing you the garden. So I got some okra. It, of course, didn't look really good at first, but it hasn't been hot enough for it. I got to pull that up. That was a broccoli or cauliflower. But look at my beans. Those are snow peas or sugar snap beans. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look at the package. So look, y'all, growing marigolds. That's all from last year. I have not planted any more marigold seeds. That's from last year. Okra. All of it's re-sprouting. I just don't think it was cool and warm enough. And then these are my lima beans. So they're all doing really well right now. They're running. They have attached their own selves. Super duper proud now. I did pull that one through because this tomato plant has decided to go into that one. And as you see, I do have to get out and do some pruning because we have several suckers on here. We're going to attempt to root those in water once I cut those. I have never done this before, so I'm going to go in and watch some videos. This is all new to me as far as rooting suckers, making sure I grab the right sucker, making sure I grab a sucker and not a blooming branch. So we're going to do all that later. But then for later, probably later today if it doesn't rain, or tomorrow. But this is what we're looking like. I'm thrilled to death, y'all. I'm so happy. I did buy me a bucket. That bucket has soil in it. Been watching Greenstock videos and, of course, watching Acre Homestead with Becky. This is the way they do it. It does help with the Greenstock, but I have found doing that helps with my bed too. So if you want to know what I did there, let me know. So I'm going to go in, pull up all of these, and I'm going to lay them on the manhole cover until I can figure out where I'm going to try to start drying them out at, because we're only at a 50% today. So I don't know if it's actually going to rain. All right, so let's just pull these, because like I said, I mean, I think they're okay, but they're starting, see, they're starting to turn a little bit, and I'm really afraid I'm going to lose them. So this is way early, but I'm also going by my garden. See, some of them are popping on me. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing. Because I'm actually having to root around in here like I would for potatoes. So like that one is so far down. I'm not sure if I buried them too far or if they got tossed around with the rooster. I'll never know. So, but he's gone. He is living his best life at a farm. So he has his own brood. And it's literally a farm. It's a chicken farm. So he is living his best life over there. And we have an open invitation. We can go see him whenever we want to. Super duper nice people. See, I can't even pull them. They did root really well. So I feel like the next planting will go better than this one. Now that I know what I'm doing. See, they're just pulling. That's why I think they're not going to be good. But we're going to see. But next year, I'm thinking I may put them in a Greenstock. I really want to purchase a couple more. For next year, I need a couple more. I feel like being in the city, those are really my best bet. And, you know, I'm not going to till up. We rent, so this isn't our home. So I'm not going to till up the yard to plant an actual garden because it's not my land. So, and there again, as I've told y'all before, we are in the city. So before you do anything, I always suggest to check your local ordinances, because there's certain things I can't do here. Ugh. All right, see, they look good, they smell great, but I'm having to dig like potatoes. All right, guys, I'll be back when I'm done. All right, guys, this is what we got. These actually broke, and that's why I'm glad that I went ahead and pulled them up, because you see the necks right there? They really started turning. So like I said, I'm not sure if it's the soil, because right now on the outside, the garlic looks fine. It smells like garlic. If I'll be honest, it smells a little more like raw wild onions than garlic, so I'm not really sure. But we're gonna let those dry out. If I see, oh, I forgot one. If I see it's gonna start raining later, I'll come and pull them somewhere else. But you really need to let them dry out in the sun. Okay, so the one thing that my brother taught me, I grew up with my dad having a garden, my grandparents having gardens. Hold on one moment, the city truck's here. So what we do, and what my brother taught me was, yes, we are in a bed, yes, it's raised, but as you see, as the time goes, it does pack down. A lot of your older farmers or people with a large farm, they'll go through and hoe everything, toss the dirt. So I use my hands. He did give me a couple of things to be able to do that with. I prefer using my hands, just because as I've gotten older, dirt seems to be therapy for me, and I don't know how that happened. But just go in and get your hands in it and kind of muss it up. It lets your roots breathe, from what he was saying. And I looked up a lot of things from your farmers, and that's one thing they do. So I even do this in my green stalks as well. You don't want to toss your plants, kind of go around them and be a little gentle down there, but kind of get to the root so that they can get a little fresh air. Plants are like us. They need a little air and they need a little room to breathe.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so that's all I'm going to do today. I'm going to go down through here and toss up my dirt like I did here. However, it is already starting to get very humid out here, so I'm going to need to go take a break, cool off, and actually get myself cooled off a little bit. So I'll come and do all of this later, but doing all of that has really helped. I'm not sure if that's what's helped my beds this year, but it makes me feel like I'm working with them, and I talk to them, which is kind of crazy, but that's what I do. So guys, thank you so much. I know this was short. I know this was kind of quick. We're going to cook later. But today, I just wanted to work outside this morning. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.